So welcome everybody to the grand final in the Bad Bot Buddies tournament by ExodusEsports.com. In this game we have Kazipko and Admiral General from Team Cheese and Puns fighting for $150 for the first place prize. Meanwhile, Pag, Eladea and Pagclops on the South Pole in pink, representing The Team, are also fighting for that same prize. All these players have gone so hard just to get here, and it's gonna be really fun to see how the conclusion pans out. I am the Marshall, and I am Marshall, and I'm joined by the
WrongCat. Yes, excellent. Now, looking at these strats here, we can see that the Cheese team have gone for a very heavily aquatic build, already seeing some fabrication ships going out, getting that early expansion in, and again fairly heavy expansion into the water from Pag. Now in the last game, Pag neglected the water a little bit. They were focusing on the land. They learned their lessons from last time, I think, and they are looking to expand a lot further out to sea than they were before, where they were sort of restricting themselves to the little starting cove. We're seeing some nice early piranhas coming out as well, wiggling their way through, going out to do some scouting. The Dachshund of the Sea taking part once again. At the moment on the land, we can see some fairly standard economic expansion there. Bot fabricators out nice and fast, trying to get as much metal as they can.
Look at this. Who's shelling the coastline with the piranha?
Look at the wiggle on those things.
The wiggle is real.
Wiggle, 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 yeah. I'm not seeing any vehicle factories being built by... there's a vehicle factory here by Team. In fact, they're building several vehicle factories. Oh, those air factories. Those, of course, are able to produce drifters, which are an amphibious unit. From the bot factories, the docks are their amphibious unit of choice. They go under the water rather than over it, both of which have their advantages and disadvantages.
Docks can't shoot while in the water, it should be noted.
Exactly. Very aggressive play here by the purple team, saying, no, sorry, you can't expand that far ahead. Those docks just cascading through, and Pag don't have that much of a presence on the land militarily. They do have an ant on the front line, though, and ants, of course, do count for several docks, because they have that much more armor and damage output.
What is interesting is that they've got those fabricators on the front line, and with that military, with those tanks, they'll be able to push forward and sort of bolster their forward push. So with those fabricators, I'll expect to see maybe a pelter, probably some point defense and some galata, just to secure their gained ground, just like the blue team are doing with their own fabricators there. Unfortunately, the bot fabricators moving into the range of the aggressors. And as such, their lives were cut short.
I can prove to you that Pag have learnt their lessons from the last game they played in this map, because now they are the ones storming into the lead, building that advanced ship factory.
Indeed.
Whereas that is the same tactic that was employed against them to great effect last time, so they've taken that on board and learnt from it. However, very quickly followed by the Cheesy team also going for advanced naval. Now on a map that's this heavily influenced by your naval play, you cannot neglect it, and indeed we've seen a lot of fighting on the rear of the planet. Unfortunately though, most of it in the favour of Team Cheese, and most of the naval vessels constructed by the Pag team have in fact been destroyed on this far side of the world.
Yeah, I mean, naval is kind of a long, arduous process, so you're not going to see necessarily any clear victors, especially considering that, you know, both teams are pretty on the ball when it comes to their T2. Pink team have already got their fabricator out. Expect to see some Leviathans coming out thereafter, maybe some Kaijus, but most likely Leviathans given the landscape here. Possibly some Krakens, but I can't see anything other than Leviathans really coming out. But again, as I say, naval is such a long, arduous process. It's about pushing forward over time. It's about focusing, and it's actually a surprising amount of micro in naval, I find.
Not surprising at all. It's very, very micro intensive, because you've got Particularly with, say, for example, your battleships, you've got to make sure those have got themselves at an angle where all of their guns can fire. Even that's the sort of level of micro you're talking about.
Yes.
It's a lot more intensive than anything that happens on the land. And at the moment, I'm still seeing that the Pinks just are not able to secure any sort of stronghold out at sea whatsoever. Purple have got this place on lockdown.
Well, there's still a lot left to play for. It's not like the whole sea is on lockdown. It feels as though any attack that Pink has gone out for has been shut down, yes, but the whole ocean is far from locked down. I think if Pink find that they actually find a strategy that they want to employ, I think this was the issue with the last time they were on this map. They didn't seem to have a strategy. They didn't have a goal or a purpose for what they were building. They were just sort of going through the motions, and kind of the same on a couple of on what was it, Frozen Oreo yogurt in the first of this final series, because
Yes.
you know, I don't know, I think they're less accustomed to larger planets, and they're less accustomed to naval on larger planets. I don't know how much they've practiced on things like Amplus maps or maps like that, but there's just it's a very different game when you have to mix naval and land in the same map.
Now, I was actually just about to criticize Pink for building kaijus, thinking, oh, what are they doing? There's not really that much land to play for here. They're not much good. But actually, looking at the amount of submarines that Purple Player have and the amount of torpedo launchers that they have, they've actually proven to be a very strong choice. But then the Kraken came out and has just completely eradicated any argument. What are you doing building kaijus? Stop building kaijus. That's exactly what I was going to say in the first place, but I thought I'd proved myself wrong. The Krakens are absolutely brutal against kaijus. They have no defense against them whatsoever. Oh wow, that commander's a bit exposed as well. I'm not sure if he realises just how the threat is nearby to him. I don't think they know he's there either, thankfully for him.
So I was just looking in chat and seeing what was being caught up, but I mean, that Kraken is actually dangerously close to that commander.
Yes. But
I don't know how good Krakens are against commanders. I would imagine pretty damn effective.
I'd be surprised if they weren't.
Because you just don't see them much.
I've never ever seen a Kraken used in competitive
I mean, just look
play.
at how quick it. Well, I suppose that was probably the Barracudas rather than the Kraken, but still. Here's the scout. They're going to say, ooh, there's the comm. Let's see the submarines. Maybe the Kraken pull in. Yeah, is it turning that corner?
Yeah, maybe. No, not happening. Those kaijus are going to be absolutely molested, though.
Yeah, oh my god. Look at the damage!
That is disgraceful.
Look at that damage! And the naval factory as well. They need to deal with that Kraken.
They've got
need
nothing
to get
They've
the
got
submarines
nothing for
out.
this.
Well, they have got a few submarines there. The Barracudas, they just need to get them out on the front lines. Don't answer it with your commander, please. No, please.
The commander's under the water, though.
Oh, they killed it.
The commander is under the water. Actually, that's a good point. So that actually the Kraken is not good for killing commanders because the commander is under the water. If he was on the land, yes, but he's got torpedoes.
He's sticking out of the... No, but the point is the Kraken can deal a lot of damage to that commander if it attacked him, I think.
I've never seen a Kraken used in competitive play before. Serious.
Yeah, no,
that was great to see.
But naval aside, the eco game is afloat.
No, none of this. But very much in control are the purple team.
Yes.
They've got the eco expansion first of all, and they've also made a very good job of consolidating their eco by building advanced metal extractors everywhere possible.
And they're doing a good bit of raiding as well. Looking at the eco disparity, they're 10k power ahead and almost 100k metal ahead. That's going to pay dividends for them in the long run, especially in terms of the naval game. Look, more Barracudas coming in. We do have some
Barracudas
Krakens.
versus Krakens. Interesting choice.
We do have the torpedo launchers there, though, from the advanced naval fabricator that doesn't exactly want to die to Barracudas at this point. But the
It's quite
kaijus
understandable, really. Kaijus are being used to
barracudas-
great effect against those torpedo launchers, though.
Yeah.
I was really skeptical, but having seen what they can do to a torpedo launcher, which obviously can't fight back because there's nothing underneath the water for the torpedo to hit.
Under the sea, there is nothing for you to see. See? See?
I'm not Spanish.
Nor me. Anyway, moving on. So the kaiju coming back onto the land now. It's like, whoa, I don't really like it out here. But it's coming in to fight against orcas and pelters. That's not ideal, is it?
No, he's not having a fun day. The kaijus are absolutely devastating things, though. I mean, when you get them
Look
onto
at
the
that
land.
micro of that kaiju against the pelter. Oh, he didn't quite manage it that time.
No, I didn't quite manage it that time, no. But
It was pretty impressive before, like out microing a pelter with the
there's
kaiju.
no real decisive advantage here. You've got a lovely little World War One style standoff here. Both sides just sort of like, nah, we're gonna have a little line here.
Blue can push in there. They really can.
But they might not know that, and they can't
yeah.
push in too far. It's mostly bots. In fact, nearly exclusively bots.
Yeah, but Sparks are okay against vehicles actually because they can survive a hit or two.
Oh, they've got the combat fabricator there repairing any damage done to the turret.
Oh, look at that.
That is horrible.
Oh, it's gone off the turret for some apparent reason. There we go. Wow. Oh, the Kraken's in range of some of the stuff on land now. This is going to be really painful for Blue.
The commander's coming out to deal with him, though.
Oh, that's not good.
The commander really
Look
can
at
hurt
that.
Krakens quite a lot. That advanced factory is going down.
The torpedo launchers, though. Whoa. The Kraken's not going to survive that, unfortunately, is it?
No.
No, there's a second torpedo launcher in the cove. But the
Drax.
kaiju's coming in from the other side. Oh, Slammer's behind him though. We didn't see that. There's T2 bots out from Blue completed. That's what
Yeah?
they've been doing with that. The Slammers are there.
Great.
How did the Slammers kill the kaiju if it can't be affected by torpedo launchers?
The
I call
guns?
BS.
There
No,
must be
when the Slammers are underwater, they fire torpedoes. They don't fire
Yes,
their guns.
but maybe they were on land when they shot it.
The kaiju was on water when it died.
I've no idea.
Anyway,
It's dead. It's fine.
dead. Yeah. You're talking about
Could be
kaijus
okay.
taking out torpedo launchers. Look at this.
Let's have a look.
That's
Oh
glorious.
wow, that is devastating. So not only do they have those two large main guns, they've also got these two smaller secondary guns which come into play when they get close enough.
Oh, we
That
have
must be
the big
upsetting.
fight on the front. We have the Battle of the
here we
Somme
go.
over here.
That's perfect analogy, actually. Oh, the sparks! Look at those.
Like I said, Sparks are actually pretty good against vehicles when you get them in a large
And
enough
that
number.
is actually very problematic. But they don't have a defense for this. If they get through much further
They're
than
trying
this,
to
they're
rush
going
up
to,
T2 bots. The kaijus are kind of there to be able to deal with
the
this.
kaijus will actually do a fairly good job of defending. But still, this is going to be a setback, which really the pad guys could do without losing this eco.
Yeah.
They could very much do without losing this energy as well.
Oh yeah.
That is quite devastating. They've lost any ability to really make a proper comeback on the land as well. They're being massively outproduced here. They won't be able to take control of the island entirely though, so I'm not quite sure to what end they were trying to push that
Look
advantage.
at that army tab. That is worryingly in favour of Kazipko and Admiral General. Look at that. 170 units to 58.
That just
31 Fabbers to 9. 25 factories to 13.
That just adds numbers to what we can already see with our eyes.
Yeah. It's
not looking good.
not looking
for the pad
good
guys.
for the team.
This, and you know what, as I said, there are no predictions. Nobody in their predictions had put the Cheese team as the winning team for this tournament. Not a single one. So it'll be a turnout for the books, and everyone will be wrong. And my sweepstake will be all for nothing.
Pings, ping, ping,
I mean,
ping,
what?
ping, pings. Purple saying, maybe we should just push it.
And then Pink saying, no. Actually, those kaijus,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, can pretty much undo all of the hard work here by Purple.
It's blue, by the way. It's not
Purpley blue.
It's
Blurple.
It sounds like something a baby does when it's had too much to eat.
What a blurple.
A blurple.
Now, there are no scouts, by the way. These kaijus, we established that hovery things can still be hit by mines. Or did we?
We established that drifters could, but I think
I
kaijus
don't
are
think-
a bit bigger than drifters.
I don't think that kaijus are going to be immune to those at all.
Oh, no.
Nope, they are
they
not.
are not. Well, you learn something new every day. And, oh my god, the mines!
That is really unfortunate.
Oh, we see
actually.
locusts coming out from blue now.
Oh dear.
Kaiju's pushing in
This
on the torpedo
is
launcher
looking
defences from the other
really-
side. Oh
This
dear.
is looking so precarious for the PAG guys.
I think PAG have got a long way to go to pull this back now. They're they've got their own locusts actually. What are they going to do with those? But look at the expansion on this side of the map. Look at that economy.
Yeah. That's it.
650.
PAG have been neglecting
250.
this. They've been neglecting all of their expansion. That's what's cost them. And I think, by and
It'll cost
large,
them
it's
the
going to
game.
have cost them the game, yeah.
Yeah. Their
can't
kaiju
see-
force is dead.
They're
All
penned
they
in
have left
again.
are barracudas and krakens.
Yeah, they are very much penned in here. Let's see. What's the tool they're going to use to crack this with then? Remember last time I said this, there was some sort of there was an upset after I said this last time. So by me saying this, hopefully, PAG will pull their finger out and pull something amazing out.
No, there's... Oh wow, kraken's the ideal answer to locusts, it would seem.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me. Oh, it has got those two secondaries on the side, which do a good job, I'd imagine, of killing off the locusts.
No, krakens, not kaijus. The way they
Oh,
just have those
yes,
hailfire
sorry. Yes,
missiles
yes,
that
yes,
are
yes, yes,
that
yes,
are
yes, yes.
guided, that are seeking. Oh my goodness,
They seem really powerful. I'm surprised I've not seen more of those.
they're really
The
squishy.
locusts are coming in now, but they came
Krakens-
in range of a kraken.
Oh, there's
Oh
the T2.
no! There's all of the eco. That is painful.
Don't go to the P-gens, please. Oh gosh.
That
That's
is just
horrific.
nasty. There's a commander there, but yeah, we don't like commanders. Commanders don't taste good.
There's one locust left, hiding behind some wreckage. What's he gonna do?
Chill there for a bit till the commander shoots through that wreckage to get to him. Meantime, here come the krakens on the sea, and this is the end for PAG as the blue team slowly drag their carcass through the shallow water.
GG's are called, cementing Cheese and Puns victory. Kazipco and Admiral General win $150 to share a piece between them. And Pag
Wow.
Elidea and Pag Klops gain second place with The Team sharing $50 between them.